Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Eight-3 prediction?
8-3
5-4 prediction?
That was me.
How about Detroit whatever and the Devils nothing? The damn it unhappy Devils recap. This is Devils After Dark. Coming to you live from the sad Primetime Radio studios here in New Jersey and Beverly Hills, California. A debacle this weekend at the Rock. Devils get shut out by the Red Wings 3-0. Home losing streak extended to not 1, not 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. My friends, 7 games. I'm your host, Sam Woo, the one that defended Lindy Ruff and will continue to defend Lindy Ruff, and Scotty of SiriusXM. We are your hosts, unfortunately, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Scotty, before we begin the unhappy Devils recap, I know I'm monopolizing the monologue and the time right now, but I bought lottery tickets in the middle of the game. $420 million, Powerball, putting some numbers of old Devils players like Marty Brodeur as the Powerball number. Because I want to buy the team. I want to change things. I felt so helpless, like you, the Devils fan, that felt helpless as we watched a pathetic performance. Scotty, why don't you take over before I get real mad?
All right. Yeah, it was no ringing those hell's bells tonight. Yeah, welcome into another edition of Devils After Dark. Oh, man, was this a lousy game over here. Welcome to everyone who is actually joining us on YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Facebook Live. We do appreciate all the likes, follows, and subscribes. Of course, all of your comments. Go ahead, start letting them flow. We know there's going to be a lot of anger out there. I was pretty pissed off as well. I mean, we can play the game. It's like, what else did you do while this game was on? You know, Sam, we bought some lottery tickets. I made my Amazon list. I sent that out, you know. I made breakfast and did the dishes. I did the dishes. There's something wrong over there. So, big news of the day. What's that?
And I cooked something for lunch.
And Sam cooked, yeah. So you can see what's going on over here. But big news of the day, Nico Hischier out of the lineup, non-COVID illness. There's another flu bug running through the team again. And oh boy, did it show. Ty Smith was back in the lineup. And you know what? I actually have to check this because it's something I was looking at and I just kind of stopped keeping track of it during the game because I really kind of stopped keeping track of the game in general because it was that bad from the Devils' perspective. But either way, Ty Smith is back in there, and he is actually kind of pseudo-responsible for the first goal. It was pointed out in the old breakdown. You know, he didn't finish his check in the corner. It's something we've seen from Ty over and over again. He didn't finish his check in the corner. And that's what really allowed Sundqvist to get open in the slot. And there was a turnover from Janssen. Ty had a reach at it. Can't blame Ty on the turnover there because it kind of just came out of nowhere. Although he should have tied his man and finished off Sundqvist in the corner, he wouldn't have been there when that, turnover took place. So, Janssen coughs the puck up. Sundqvist is right there. Buries it past the Hamburglar. And Ty, I don't get it. Ty Smith was third on the team in ice minutes for defense, behind Damon Severson and Dougie Hamilton. Why is Ty Smith getting more ice time than Ryan Graves, Kevin Ball, and Nikita Ahoytuk? I am not sure. Only 11 minutes for Nikita.
Oh, I know.
Only 13 minutes for Kevin Ball. I
know why.
We've had PK more minutes than PK. Are you kidding me? Why? I don't understand this. I know what I did see in the first period. I guess when the two young gentlemen who had the least amount of time were on the ice, Kevin Ball and Nikita Ahoytuk, were two big, crunching body checks, which I loved to see. One was Kevin Ball up on the boards, and the other was Ahoytuk. Sorry. I keep pronouncing his name the old way when he had that Y in there before. Ahoytuk stood someone else up again, and I think it was Bryce on the intermission, or maybe it was Dano, talking about when he hits, he follows through on his check. And when Ahoytuk actually hits you. Like, he is going to, it's like, remember like in Scotty Stevens, obviously he's not a hitter exactly like Scotty Stevens, but like, when you were getting hit because he followed through and he finished that check. He didn't half it. That's what you see coming from Nikita Ahoytuk. And I love it. Don't understand why he only had 11 minutes of ice time and why Kevin Ball only had 13, but whatever. That's neither here nor there. Anyway, after that, nothing really happened. The Devils didn't play anything. This is when I started doing my Amazon list, and, I cleaned Winston's eyes. You heard him barking before on Game Day Live, and we were talking about this game a little earlier. I was filling in for Vinny Parisi, so we did our eye wash over there. Got the old allergy crusties out of Winston's eyes, made breakfast, did the dishes. Nothing still really going on. Saw 2 power plays. You know what happened on it? Nothing. Devils missing the net. So what was it, 12 games? What were they? They were 0 for 29, and Sharon Govich finally got one yesterday. And now another, 0 for 2? I got to look at the, was it 0 for 2? I got to look at the old final stats here. Devils, 0 for 2. I mean, they were horrible power plays, too. Horrible. We're still getting outscored, by the way, in the last 13 games on the power play by a significant margin. So just decline the penalties. Seriously, just decline the penalties at this point. Like, just decline them. Don't play 5-on-5.
Let's work on 5-on-5.
Went into the third period. Yeah, went into the third period. I don't know. Devils, I mean, listen to these shot totals. 4, 5, 8. Wow. Talk about a team not motivated. Holy hell, does Nico Hischier not being in the lineup make – it shouldn't make that much difference, but it made a huge difference today. Lindy Ruff pulls Hammond with, like, the Devils are finally actually starting to get a little bit of pressure there in, like, the last 4 minutes of the game. I was like, oh, wow, maybe they'll pull a Carolina Hurricanes and maybe, tie this one up. They pulled the goaltender, and it wasn't long before they coughed the puck up, which they were doing all afternoon. And, when was that first empty net goal? At 17:51. Come on. Well, naturally, they pulled the goaltender again. And Rasmussen puts another empty net in there with about 15 seconds to go or so. 3-0. Wow.
Not good.
Cue that
Not
gif
good.
of The Office. Like anytime Michael Scott is in the same room with Toby, that's what's going on right now. Like I feel like Michael Scott and the Devils today were Toby.
I felt like we were.
Wow.
I felt like we were Maverick and Goose in that spin.
Wow. And just want to point it out too. The Hamburglar was actually decent. That first goal, off the turnover right there. Sundqvist is open, alone, dead center in the slot.
Yeah.
Tough one on him.
He also did a pretty good job
good
complaining to the refs about goalie interference, and they got that one overturned.
They got the goalie interference as well. Yeah, there was a Devils goal call back on offside. Somehow Damon Severson brought the puck into the zone, yet he was offsides. So that's one of those classic Damon Severson moments that I know Sam Woo loves. But I just want to point this out because we didn't really roll through it here. And the Hamburglar was the second star of the game. So that should tell you how he played. Really wasn't on him today. But the Hamburglar, second star of the game. Shots on goal for the Devils, like I said, 4-5-8 for a total of 17. The Wings, 7-9-8 for a total of 24. Face-offs, Wings had the edge, 52%, 47. Devils, 0 on the power play. How many times we heard that? 17 hits. Okay. Only 5 blocks. 6 giveaways, only 3 takeaways. Man, did this look like an unmotivated team without Nico Hischier in the lineup. They did not look ready to grind it out. Jesper Bratt was back. I'm trying to think of who, like, did anyone have like a stand? Like you or Sharon Govich had a nice game on the offensive side. Boquist, obviously had his point streak snapped. I think he had a 4-game point streak. He didn't look terrible. But everyone was basically asleep out there. Like, Tatar really didn't generate anything. Janssen had that turnover. McLeod drew. I feel like McLeod drew a penalty, but he also took a bad penalty too, I think. Right? No, or he didn't. He didn't take a penalty. Oh, yeah, he did. He did. Right? Oh, that's right. The cross check to Lucas Raymond. Woo, that kid's got a shot. You know who he used to play with? Alexander Holtz. We'll probably see him next year sometime. Give him some time. Nolan Foote, he still doesn't look really ready for prime time. I don't know. Maybe he needs a couple more games to get under his belt to start feeling comfortable or whatever. But, I don't know. He doesn't look too ready for prime time just yet. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But just a blah game. We got to face the Red Wings again on Friday. It'll be the last game of the season, fan appreciation night over there at the Rock. And we'll have Mackenzie Blackwood in goal. That'll be the next thing to talk about would be the return of Mac Black. Next game, Tuesday, Ottawa on the road for the next 2, Ottawa and Carolina. And then the Devils wrap up the season at home against Detroit once again. Maybe they can react some revenge there and stop the now 7-game home losing streak. What the heck? I mean, now we're losing on the road and at home. We did have a good road. We had that 3-1, but that's been the last of it. It's been the last of it. So 7-game home losing streak. And if you don't believe me, Detroit 3-0, Carolina 3-2, Buffalo 5-2, Montreal 7-4, Rangers 3-1, Islanders 3-4, and remember that game against the Panthers that they blew 7-6. Man, I don't know.
Not good.
I don't know. I've been saying it for quite some time. I don't know. I think this coaching staff is just. I get it. There's a lot of players hurt. Man, I don't know. I don't know. It just seemed There was a real significant difference without Nico Hischier in the lineup today. Tell us what you think. YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Twitter Live. Is there anybody out there? We'll have to go Pink Floyd style. I don't know. Sam Woo.
Well, there's a lot of comments. Whistler, YouTube Live.
Okay.
Please let this most recent train wreck of a season just end. Kevin, YouTube Live. Ruff might get canned. Basically, this shows me some roster spots are not safe. There needs to be a shakeup. Off-season show talk once the season is done, says Kevin.
I mean, yeah.
Facebook Live.
I agree. I think that, listen, and it's no disrespect to any of the coaches. I know they're trying, but something is not working. You can say now there's a lot of injuries and it's the end of a long season, but we've seen this throughout the season. Like consistently. What are they now? 3, 6-1 in their last 10?
And how are they going to spin it? Well, we didn't have Jack Hughes. That's unfortunate. We got this injury, that injury.
No, now we don't have Nico in there. Like this is
I
mean, they just look
no
unmotivated.
Excuses.
Yeah, they just look unmotivated.
Theme. No excuses for next season. No excuses.
If they played hard and played tough and grinded it out and just lost a hard-fought game, then yeah, like I said, we can accept that. But today it was just a lack of effort today. Is that the players or is that the coaching? Are the players not responding to the coaching? Why are they not up for this game? I get it's the end of the season, but a lot of these kids, these are young kids. They're all trying. They want to be on the NHL team next year. This is their shot.
Too bad we can't, stop their paychecks or something. Maybe that'll wake them up.
Whoa, jeez.
Hit them where it
you
hurts.
Mean the coaches? You mean the coaches?
Talking about everybody.
You're talking about everybody?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Maybe Joshua Harris and David Blitzer, are not
you have like a big cigar and we're like, I gotta stop your paycheck, see?
Yeah. No helipad for a year. You gotta walk to the arena. Till this team starts
Ty
winning.
Smith -2. Dock him $2,000. See, yeah.
No VIP entrance for us. I'm telling you,
you're
if
tough,
I was
you're
on,
a tough boss.
hey, I'm playing Powerball, and I'll start investing in Doge again. Once I buy this team, I'm gonna be a ruthless owner. I'll break every single rule to get this team winning. Hold the paychecks. Put it in escrow for now. You're not getting your paychecks to start winning. You hear me, Dougie Hamilton?
Dougie's just got to hit the net. He's got to hit the net with that shot. It's been pretty bad in recent times here. And
like I said, again, it's the end with a stick in the end there.
Yeah, I don't get the pulling of the goalie that early too. Like, I don't know. I didn't feel like the Devils were having the momentum like that where they could, really trap the Red Wings in. Wasn't a game like they've been dominating the whole time. And I don't know. I just didn't agree with like the, plus 2 minute goalie pull.
It almost, and this is what I was afraid of, when there was all these reports with Joe Judge staying with the Giants for an extra year, and then he pulled that stunt QB sneak in the end there, on their own goal line, not even giving the third stringer a chance to at least throw a pass. Who cares? And pulling Hammond at 2 minutes and 50-something seconds left in the game almost felt like that a little bit. Yeah. It's kind of like I don't care desperation, and it's just not a good optics at all. I would have been happy if they lost 1-0, if there was a flurry in the end there and they weren't able to get it
Yeah.
in, but
Yeah, I would have much rather that pull the goalie in like the last minute of the game, and really try to push. We actually have seen the Devils, score those late goals to tie things up in a number of games. I mean, that's how they got the comeback kids mantra. We have actually seen them do that, and this time, what we usually see is the Devils get within one and put on a lot of pressure in that final minute, trying to get the game tied up. We usually talk about a goal that the goalie would like to have back, or some sort of bad turnover or something like that gave the opposing team some insurance goal. And then the Devils, they got it within one. They got it within one. Within this last minute, they may be able to pull something off. I'm always weary of pulling the goaltender above 2 minutes like that. You got to be really, really dominating a team and have them pinned in. That's a lot of time to control a team and control possession. It's not overtime where it's 3-on-3. And you can really keep the puck away. There's just too many guys on the ice. Shots are going to get taken. Things are going to get cleared. They're going to bounce out. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that in that situation. There are certain times in the past where I've seen it happen and I'm like, that was a smart move. But most of the time I'm like, yeah, you better be really, really, really sure that this team is going to hold him in. And without obviously two with Jack and Nico, but today with Nico Hischier being out, he's been the one who's been driving all these late surges and charges by keeping the puck in the zone. We're talking about his mountain thighs that he must have, from all those start and stops that he's doing in like the third period and spin-a-roonies and stuff like that, where he's getting away from some of these top level defensemen. You don't have him today. Okay, you're going to throw an extra guy out there, but like the guy who really drives that possession is not there. And you cough up the puck, and then game over. One up, bump, a don't bump. I disagreed with that. Like, I was actually getting excited there in those last 4 minutes. I feel like the Devils were actually starting to turn it on, and I was just like, well, that's dumb. The Red Wings are going to get an empty netter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
What
But maybe
me?
maybe the numbers say different. I don't know. That was just my gut feeling.
I understand there's scheduling conflicts, whatever. It's not a knock on the guy, but MSG, having a basketball announcer filling in for Kanji, you could do better than that. Nothing against Ed Cohen. I thought for a basketball guy trying to fill in, he put a great effort in.
Mm-hmm.
But I felt like, felt like a Knicks game. They lost, right? And, even Madison Square Garden Network didn't put an effort into this one. I thought at first when I was watching the game, I thought it was like, maybe it's because of the announcer. Maybe I should flip it over to Matt and Chico. But, I want to, always want to hear a different voice. Give it a chance. But you know what? Maybe he did a great job because the Devils did stink it up today. And that's what was conveying through the TV. And you know what? What does this game mean? Is it a meaningless game? Well, I wanted them to finish strong. I don't care about the draft positioning at this point. We're over that. We're beyond draft positioning at this point. And without Nico Hischier, without Jack Hughes, still no excuse. I thought Bastian had a couple good plays there, and he was blocking shots. If there was any guy, I thought that Bastian did all right tonight. I thought Sharon Govich was okay, but I think everybody else. I mean, the Damon Severson thing.
Yeah, I think Sharon
was-
Govich and Mercer probably had the best games on the forward side.
Yeah. I know Erica in the Facebook Live didn't like the refs. Nobody likes the refs. But good teams find a way to win when they're down. And this is just not a good team, the New Jersey Devils. Not at all.
Not right now.
Not at
Well,
all.
not with that effort. Not with that effort, definitely. And,
Yeah.
all we can do is just hope that this flu bug runs through very quickly. And then the captain is back in the lineup for Tuesday night against the old Ottawa Senators up there on the road, which maybe that's what we want now. We used to never be able to win on the road, but now we have a 7-game home losing streak. So, in the words of the great Sam Woo, Devils really took one on the chinnin today. They took one on the chinnin. But we'll be back on Tuesday night for the Ottawa game. Mackenzie Blackwood will be back in the net, so we'll see how he does. We know Nico Dawes is now down at the Utica, at the old with the Comets. So we will see Mackenzie Blackwood, probably the old Hamburglar again on Thursday, and then Mackenzie Blackwood again on Friday for the final game of the season, which I know Sam Woo is going to be down at Taj Lounge 973. So if you happen to be going out to the game, the final game of the season, Friday night, make sure you stop by and say hello for our big season-ending party right there with Sam Woo live in person at Taj Lounge 973, right across the street from The Rock. The line of bars right there. And they're coming up old Mulberry Street.
I will tell you this.
Hang
if
right.
they lose on Tuesday and they lose on Thursday, we're giving away brown paper bags.
Well, let's hope we don't get to that point. At least, hey, they've been playing better on the road, so we can hope that we don't have to give away the brown paper bags. Friday at Taj Lounge, which Sam Woo, like I said, will be there for Game Day Live and perhaps Devils After Dark. We'll see how it goes. The evening could be one that we want to, move on from, turn the page from rather quickly, but we will see. A whole bunch of other programming, though, coming up here on the Let's Go Devils podcast and network with Hockey on Tap and the State of Fan Address with Nick Villano of Pucks and Pitchforks. Vinny Parisi will be back. Vinny Parisi will be back. Had to have a little tooth pulled, little action over there. He's recovering. He's going to do okay. He's going to be just fine. But Vinny will be back on Old Game Day Live, who also is a writer at Pucks and Pitchforks. You can check out his articles over there. But State of the Fan Address there with Nick Villano on Wednesday. And then Sam Woo and I, Devils After Dark, Vinny and Sam with Game Day Live and the occasional Woo Report just to make you happy.
And tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, Sunday edition of the Let's Go Devils podcast. We'll figure this one out. I'm so bummed right now. I don't know. I may postpone it or preempt it for another week. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. We'll have to figure that one out, Scotty. 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. The Let's Go Devils podcast, Sunday edition. Also, just a reminder, again, reiterate, Taj Lounge 97.3, Friday night, last call, hang out with the podcast, and then the off season, just to want to make everybody aware, those that are listening, watching, there is no off season with the Let's Go Devils podcast. We will have fine programming. It'll be more in depth. It's going to be silly. It's going to be fun. It's going to be serious. It's going to be newsworthy. It's going to be opinionated. But the show must go on after the Devils are off till, I don't know, September? But
Well, they'll be
draft is
they'll
coming
be
up
back. Yeah, we'll have the draft.
in
We'll
July.
have training camps. We'll have all sorts of coverage like that. But, we still got 3 games to go here that we'll be talking about over the course of this week. And we thank you, everyone, on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Twitter Live for joining us all the time.
Yep. And I'm going to hit the music right now. So
There we go.
find out at 9 p.m. Eastern what we really think tonight. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Tires Lounge 973. Till next time, let's go Devils.